Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to Hot Gist with Moses on Prime Media TV. This 9th day of October 2023, I have my amazing and wonderful co-host here in the building, Prosper.
Yeah, Moses, thank you for the introduction that has a hiccup. As if I'm a stranger to you. But notwithstanding, it's nice being on this show one more time to talk about major issues that's making the round.
Yeah, we have hot gist, hot gist. You know, as the saying goes, as it be hot, no let them cold. So we'll go on a quick break and we'll come back. We'll begin the show proper. Don't go away. It's still Hot Gist on Prime Media TV with Moses and Prosper. Welcome back to the show, Hot Gist, on Prime Media TV. I told you before that we have hot gist to give to you this afternoon. The first on our list will be the case between Atiku and Tinubu. And Atiku is saying it's not personal, it's not betrayal, it's for the interest of the country. I think, Mr. Prosper, you have something to say about that?
Yeah, it's what is happening already. We know this. Atiku is not backing down anytime soon. He's if you listen to the speech, that he made a press conference.
Yes,
right?
of course.
Yeah, if you listen to that speech, you can see that he's saying that it's not personal. That just that he's foreseeing an injustice, and he wants to unravel. He wants to ensure that Nigerians actually get the best of what they know what is going on, because as far as concerned, the certificate and what was given to INEC, it wasn't the right. It wasn't what is in the system from the CSU. So he said that no, I have to get to the bottom of this. If at the end maybe the Supreme Court decide to say otherwise, that he will back. He doesn't say he's going to back down. He said he will stop the fight. I don't know if he's going to stop the media fight and continue the court fight, then continue from another source. We don't know yet, because just way people, when you listen to young men out there, you discover that they are all talking about the system, the way INEC declared the election, the way the tribunal, the court of tribunal, also did their own pronouncement, that which people say that a lot of people were sleeping on that day of judgment, and some still believe that judgment was written by Tinubu's lawyer, legal team. So those disagreements, those issues are still there, and a lot of people are not backing down. So
okay, I think we're going to take a clip from that from the press conference that Atiku held, and let us hear from the horse's mouth what he said.
Yeah.
In our constitution. Now we must entrust these facts to us all as citizens and as leaders of the institutions charged with interpreting our constitution. I should thank the lawyers, both in Nigeria and in the United States, who have assisted us in bringing clarity and definitive answers to these issues that appear to have defied our institutions for nearly a quarter of a century. I also want to extend my gratitude to the Nigerian citizens and friends of Nigeria, both within and beyond the shores of our country, for their patience as we have sought to find the facts and establish the truth. I wish to pay tribute to the late human rights activist, Chief Gani Fawehimi, senior advocate of Nigeria, who inspired us on this path of discovery. Now he can truly rest in peace in the assurance that what he started about 23 years ago has come to fruition. Ghani's vindication today gives credence to the saying that no matter how fast a lie runs, the truth will someday overtake it. Former American President Thomas Jefferson once said, and I quote, "If I had to choose between government without newspapers and newspapers without government, I wouldn't hesitate to choose the latter." From exposing the Watergate scandal and unraveling the dubious certificates of politicians, journalists have maintained eternal vigilance by bridging the gap and stepping in when other arms of government failed. It is for these reasons that commendation must be given to David Hundeyin, an independent journalist whose extraordinary work and those of many more young people like him has become a source of inspiration. Special thanks must be given to the millions of Nigerian youths and citizen journalists too, who continue to put out the truth online even when no one is listening. Indeed, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. They have put the country first in their firm commitment to unravel the truth and hold leaders accountable. This gives me the hope that we have worthy partners in the struggle to reclaim the country we call our home. This quest is not for or about Atiku Abubakar. It is a quest for the enthronement of truth, morality, justice, and accountability in our public affairs. In line with this, let me call on all well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, our religious leaders, our traditional leaders, our community leaders, our political leaders, and in particular, Governor Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Governor Rabi Ukwankwaso of the NNPP and the leaders of every political party in Nigeria, and indeed every single person who loves this country, as I do, and who wishes nothing but the best for this country as I do, to join me in this campaign to enshrine probity, accountability, and the basic principles of justice, morality, and uprightness in our country and in our government. This is a task for each and every one of us. Let me, therefore, at this juncture, thank you for listening. May God bless you all, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
So what do you think? What do you think about this speech? How do you see it?
Moses, I think people have already heard. They've heard what the former vice president has said, and that was a conference where almost all the media houses, if not all of them, were in attendance. I wish I can see my face. Were in attendance. Were in attendance to witness that speech. If you look at the people he mentioned, he talked about. I remember the name David Hundeyin. If you are a follower of that man, you know very well that he's a seasoned journalist, an investigative journalist, right? And he's been unveiling a lot of issues, things that he talked about that's actually happening right now. And also, you see that the way he's talking about this whole thing is kind of asking all many Nigerians that love justice.
Mm-hmm.
He said this fight is not about, it's about justice, fairness, and accountability. That he wants, well, that's why he's fighting it. It's not for anything. He wants to make sure that whatever is hidden should be, he wants to be revealed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying. Yeah, he has, it's a money bag. And I mean, money bag, he's got a cash to do this. It's just like when this parable that says that when two elephant fights, what happened? The grass was suffered. So we have two, if not more than two elephants really fighting right now. And based on what we perceived before now, technically, a lot of Nigerians would be behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at how the election went, how the courts of tribunal, how the judgment was delivered and all that. A lot of Nigerians are interested in what Atiku is doing. And if you see, he was commending them, telling them you, or those in diaspora and in and home and abroad, all their effort that they have put in to ensure that this whole thing is unraveled, this secret come out, that the truth come out. Is telling them, even the other party, the way he does, other political party, he mentioned Peter Obi, saying that, of course, before now there was a story that he wants Peter Obi to join him in this fight, and Peter Obi said, "Well, I'm fighting to reclaim my mandate." So, these are political statements anyway. So, what we know that they don't want the injustice to prevail in the land.
And Atiku not minding whether he's made president or a winner of the election or not. He's just trying to get justice.
Yeah. For you remember that he mentioned the Ghana that this issue was raised 25 years ago. That he was the first person that raised this issue of certificates.
Yeah.
25 years ago. That right now, then, 25 years ago, social media was not that as right now. And so social media now brought out the whole issue and amplified it. The sense that you have to go extra mile to ensure that certificate was released and all that. So according to him, said the fact and the truth, that's what he wants. Until he gets that, I don't think he's going to back down.
I'm telling you. Okay, that's it. The second on our list is the sentencing of a killer cop. Yes. I think this happened last year while, a lawyer and the real estate agent was coming back from an outing with the family on Mobolanle. They had to, they came in contact with some policemen under the Ajah Bridge. And, I don't know what happened. The police officer just fired the bullet at the pregnant woman and she died. They have been fighting this case since last year, and I think they finally got justice today when the killer cop was sentenced to death by hanging. So, any notes on that?
Well, I'm sure it's going to come as a surprise to a lot of Nigerians, because a lot of Nigerians believe that a case of this nature, that nothing good can come out of it because of the bad eggs in the system that have actually makes the issue of police and all that to be irrelevant. Some cases, there's some cases that comes to me, rather than calling police, I look for an to come ahead to solve this issue. Because at times you find that the judges, the story will just end like that. But this is we don't know, maybe because he's a lawyer, and a lot of attention was on it. That when this thing happened around that bridge, it's a hotspot.
It's a very hot spot.
Hotspot at night. You dare not even stop at that bridge. The place, there's a lot of potholes in that place. At the same time, at night, it's always a deserted area. And when the story was trending then, as regard this killing, a lot of people were actually on this matter. They were not happy at all. And when knowing fully well that lady was pregnant at the same time, and she was not. Nobody said anything that he was attacking the policeman or something. So what could have warranted that aggression, that you could pull a trigger at not even a male, at a female that is pregnant. So I think the Lagos State have actually done well in this to ensure that justice was served, so that this can serve as a deterrent, can serve as a warning to all other policemen with a gun out there. And now this one that was trending, whereby I heard that road safety were asking for a weapon to be given the right to hold a gun. Somebody now asked the question, what will the road safety man be doing with the gun? Your rights, your right is your duty is to check to ensure that the vehicle is safe for the road, that the driver is not a drunk driver, and he has valid papers, and the vehicle tires and other things are in a good condition, fire extinguisher is in place and all that. So what do you need a gun for? I think
that's actually a good question.
Okay.
Because anyway, that's it. The last one, I'm just happy that justice was served, and everyone too will be happy. It proves that there can still be cases like this, and it will not be swept under the carpet. They have done well. So the third one is an international story: the Israeli and Palestinian war, the war between Israel and Hamas. That story is a very deep one and a very long one. But what caused the war, the attack of recent, is what we actually want to talk about today, and see how the war has been going. I think we'll take a clip first, and then we'll come back to talk about it. Are we ready for the clip? Okay, let's have it.
Crowds unaware of the terror in the sky. Behind them, Hamas militants paraglide in. Strange lights captured on this video before the clear sound of gunshots. Hordes of operatives stream into the event by car and foot, firing at anyone they could reach. An indiscriminate, frenzied attack. Gila Yoskovic ran for her life. She was with a friend.
At one point we got split. I came back to her, and then I saw her, they shoot her. And then I was hiding next to a tree, and they just shoot all the people around me. It was like 50 people in one time. I was just hiding quietly.
Others hid in bushes anywhere they could take cover as militants scoured the area looking for people to kidnap. Some attendees sheltered in a rainwater canal, finally rescued by Israeli police hours later. Those who were able to reach their cars were faced with horror as they tried to escape.
It's a festival for young people. Many people are dying in the road. Whoever tried to run away, they were shooting him from both sides.
The terrorists took out people from the car and just gunned them down.
Dashcam capturing a young man bloodied, being led away from the festival at gunpoint. Then the aftermath. The scale of the massacre clear. Car after car abandoned and charred. Noah Agamani was also taken. She was pictured at an unknown location hours later. This was her father today.
What can I say? All my life, since she was born, I tried to protect her and hug her and support her and love her.
He's one of dozens of distraught parents whose children are now missing. A group of families holding a media conference today to plead for the government to do more.
She was talking to me and said, "Mommy, help us, we don't know what to do." And I'm on the phone with her, and I'm saying, "Mommy, we love you, it's okay."
Yoni Ash's wife and daughters are some of the 100 abducted Israelis. He's made a direct plea to Hamas.
I want to ask of Hamas, don't hurt them. Don't hurt little children. Don't hurt women. If you want me instead, I'm willing to come.
Relatives streaming into police stations, giving their DNA to help with identification. North of the Gaza border, some hostages have been found. Released by militants after a gun battle with Israeli soldiers. Women, children and a baby pulled from cars and taken to safety.
What I can tell you is that we're not going to stop until we exhaust every means possible of doing so. We will not leave any person behind, and we will do anything to make that happen.
On another stretch of road, Israeli soldiers and Hamas fighters in a highway skirmish. One of dozens of battles across Israel, this was East Jerusalem at night. While further south, dozens of rockets were fired at Ashkelon. The Israeli dome intercepting some, but others made it through. This one lodged in the roof of this ravaged home. Here in Tel Aviv, this is where one of those long-range rockets fired by Hamas landed, striking an apartment building. You can see the unit on the top floor there has been wiped out. There's a washing machine and a dryer right on the edge, and debris has come showering down. Fortunately, we're told the occupants of this place weren't home when the rocket hit. Sharon Blatt lives in the building and was there when it hit.
I can't believe that it happened. It's just terrifying.
The days ahead will be long and difficult. We have paid a heavy price, but we will restore security to the people of Israel.
Many not waiting for that, hundreds lining up at Tel Aviv's airport. The threat not just from Gaza, but also to Israel's north. Lebanese militant group Hezbollah firing artillery.
Okay, yeah, Moses, what worried me about this, my concern is the death toll that's rising from this attack. And that attack was unwarranted, was unprovoked. And we learned that some of the Israeli young people, they were celebrating at the Gaza Strip, and suddenly rockets started rolling for like rain from above, and it was from above and beneath. Let me use the word beneath, because they were physically shooting at these people running, and it was a coordinated attack. But one thing there I saw was Israel said they were going to retaliate, and without delay, they started actually pushing that. It was the assault was much, and you can see the death toll so far rising from both sides. And you know one thing about Israel, whenever they say something of this nature, they don't back down on the word. And of course, we know they have backings from the United States. And we learned a lot of people died also from U.S. citizens died in that attack, which means the U.S. will definitely support this to ensure that this must make something. Says something. What's his name? I forgot his name. He said that this is U.S. Israel 9/11.
9/11.
So he see the attack like that of 9/11 because it was unprovoked and people that died was kind of unimaginable. And I don't see Israel backing down anytime soon.
Not at all.
They will go extra mile to ensure that, you've done this to us, you're going to pay.
And to the hostages that Hamas took, Israelites, Israel Prime Minister had to say that if any strand of hair, even if a strand of hair is missing from them, that they are all going to finish Hamas, going to finish them. And I would say that war is actually not a good thing.
It's not
a good thing at all.
And you can see that Israeli airstrike killed about 558 people in Gaza,
in Gaza
already. So you can see these are just. I'm very sure all these might not just be the militants. Civilian might likely be affected.
Yes, of course.
And so it's not really a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
And already it's affecting the sales of the price of oil and some of that things in the market already as we speak. But
that's it. I think to drop your comments, drop your reactions on our pages, Instagram, Twitter, and on our Engine Speak, actually. So, and do not forget to turn on your notification and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you share the link to watch more. Keep up with us because we have more hot gist for you in days to come or hours to come. It's been a wonderful time in the studio with Mr. Prosper and also with my amazing production team back at the backstage, like behind the scene, behind the camera. Any last words for now?
I'm not going to give the last word. I still love my life. I'm not that interested. Okay. On this show, this is my last comment. Okay, for now, and not my last word. Okay.
All right. So thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate. And this is the end of the show. See you later and have a wonderful day.